Hey, it's Shaggy. Back at NAPA. This time we're at the Wailuku Industrial where I'm joined by manager Nick and a very interesting problem with my car. Look, as summer has gone on, we all know you run the AC.
Yes.
24/7. Sometimes at night, right after the shower because you just can't get cold enough. But my AC has been, for lack of a better term, heating up. My wife actually told me she never wants to drive this car again because it's too warm. So I figured come down here and figure out how to use one of these things to fix that problem.
Yeah, we can show you.
All right. So first off, what is this?
This is a refrigerant for your car, R134A, and you can get this here at NAPA. They're about $6 plus tax for a can, and they sell it in different types of varieties with like stop leaks or what do you call it? Different dyes that shows if you can help find the leak. Some of them come with the hoses, or you can get the hose separate.
Now this is the thing, I prefer these hoses because this one actually has the gauge on it.
Yes.
A lot of people, they're just like, I want to get the cheapest thing possible,
Yeah.
and it doesn't have the gauge, and that's kind of bad.
Yeah, if it's worth it to spend the extra $5 to get the gauge.
Yeah, and these are reusable.
Yeah, reusable, and you can well, it'll show that so you don't overfill it or underfill, so you'll get the right pressure in your system.
Now, here's a couple of things that I've already had to go through with cars in the past. A lot of times when people have leaky AC systems, you have a form of 134A that has the dye, and then you also have the light too.
Yes.
Now, with the dye and the light, you put this in, you run the AC system, you turn the car off, and then you use the light to find the leaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, here's one thing I learned. The older a car is, the more the rubber seals break down. So, one of the things I've actually had to order from you guys, and by the way, this is not recommended unless you can actually have either a fully evacuated system, which means no chemicals in it whatsoever, or there's a mechanic to properly discharge your system before this works. But time and time again, people are like, my AC system's leaky, and it's those little bitty rubber bushings that go between all the hoses.
Yeah.
They wear out over the years, don't they?
Yeah.
But you guys, you could order those hoses and those gaskets. It's called the AC gasket kit.
Yeah.
So you just got to come down, make, model, and build of your car, and you can get those. But once again, not recommended unless you have a fully evacuated system or a certified mechanic to fully evacuate the R134A. Now, because my system is bad, I'm going to assume that we need to put something in it, and this is going to be it.
Yes.
But here's the fun thing. Cars hide their AC systems, don't they?
Hitting the ports is first thing.
Right. So if you're wondering why we're on the ground, it turns out that in a 2007 Ford Focus, to recharge the AC, it's not on top of the engine like most cars, like your Toyotas, your Hondas, your Nissans. It's behind the wheel well. So to get to my AC system, we literally have to take the car kind of apart, don't we?
Yeah.
So I've already done it. I popped a screw off earlier, but then you fold back this panel to access it. And then this part goes on, doesn't it?
It's kind of just a push on, so you just pull it back, push it on, and it kind of locks, self-locking.
Okay.
So,
all right.
let's see.
If anything bites you, I'm not responsible. I've not cleaned this car in a while. Ah. So that means it's made a connection.
Yeah, now it's on.
Okay.
So,
you know, I didn't think about this before we sat down and mic'd up. I'm going to have somebody actually do the next part of the test with us. The car has to be running.
Yep.
See, this is the thing. I've seen people try to charge their AC systems lately. You have to have the car on. The AC has to be running on max. And this is the thing. It has to be on the recycle, not the fresh air intake.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why that is?
No.
It has to do with the evaporator core.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, see, if you recycle the air through it, that gives you the maximum cold. If you do it with the system open, you can actually overcharge your system and cause your evaporator to freeze up, or your condenser to freeze up. So, now, We're strapped in. And
Okay.
this is the thing. These new cans
Oh,
that
yeah.
you guys sell, they're self-sealing. So if you have one of those scary situations where you pulled off the cap before without having this drain, this one won't spray back at you. It will actually seal once you're done using it.
Yeah. And if you don't use it all, you can actually save it too. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. All right, so now couldn't find my keys. I think they're actually in the car. Hi. We're going to get somebody else to help. Come on out here. No, we need your help. How many people do you have working here, by the way?
We have 5.
5?
Yeah.
How? Yeah, I think the keys are in. If you want to, don't steal it. You can start the car and turn on the AC system.
Sure.
If he steals it, I'm out of maybe $6. Okay, you know. No.
Yeah.
Now. All right. So first things first, car is on. Second thing, you got the AC on.
You gotta turn the AC on.
And have the AC on maximum and
On reset.
on reset. Yes. And that's the button that looks like the little arrow that does this. Okay, so now we hear the car. All right, now, here's the thing. If you're charging an evacuated system, there's 2 sounds that you'll hear when an AC system kicks on. One, the actual relay switch, the click. And then 2, you'll hear the clutch engage. Now, when the clutch engages, that means that there's enough back pressure on the system so that it's now circulating all the AC. Yeah, I've learned so much from you guys over the last couple weeks. Okay, so now we've got it in. We hear the clutch kicking on and off, which is kind of a sign of low pressure. Yeah. Right. Now, we check the gauge.
So check the gauge.
Oh. See, what happens is on some cars, just like mine, it'll go up to a certain amount, the condenser will kick on, and then it'll go down to its running amount. When it goes down to its running amount after the thing kicks in, that's usually, I'd say between those 2 levels is where we measure. Now, most of the time, if you're getting a proper gauge on the AC meter, you want to have 3 arrows. 1 arrow in the middle, 2 arrows off to the side. It gives you your, what's called operational record. So typically you put the red middle arrow on what outside temperature is, like today it's 89, 90-ish. So we would set it there, and then as the car is running, we would check to make sure that it was fluctuating the right way. Now, so far, mine looks like it's all right. Oh, so there's a couple of other things that I can check now. Now that we know it's not the coolant level, here's the thing. How many times do people come in and say, my AC is not running cold, and you find out it's the cabin air filter?
That makes it not blow as hard.
Yeah. And see, when the clogged cabin air filter comes into the picture, you always think, oh, my AC system's broke. The cabin air filter runs less than $20 for most cars. Yeah. Now, for me, I think I have to actually dig up under my dash to find my cabin air filter. But for most cars, makes and models, you'll tell people how to do it, right?
Yeah. I can help with that.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're off to the next problem, though. We've already checked the charge, and the charge looks fine. If I had to say, check the oil levels and stuff like that, inside of the AC, that's something you'd actually have to go to a shop for. So basically anything that involves air or fluids coming out of this, we have to go through a shop. But putting stuff into it, low levels, maybe seasonally putting some oil in it, that stuff can all be done here.
Yeah.
Now, how much does a bottle of this usually run?
This one runs around $6. This is just a basic, just your R134. And they make with the synthetic, and it's up to like $20.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes it run cooler, I guess. Better oils.
If a car's like mine with high mileage, you kind of want to get an oil and sealant, at least on that first
kind of
charge.
conditions the seals. There's different ones with doesn't condition the seals.
Air condition. I wouldn't know anything about air. Well, thanks for helping me out with my AC system. It looks like I got to find a deeper problem. within the blowers themselves. Look, if you ever have any problems with your car, NAPA is always here to serve you. You guys are open 7 days a week, and what's your hours?
Monday through Friday, we're open 8 to 5:30. Saturday, 8 to 4. Sunday, 9 to 4.
Wow, you're here for most of those, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, until next time, everybody, have fun in your car, and make sure you're taking good care of it.